Hello, my friends. If we happen to be meeting for the first time, my name is Joe, and for the last 3 years I've been selling 3D printed products primarily on Amazon. They are exhaust adapter components for a particular laser cutter. Will I continue to be doing that for the next 3 years? I don't know. We'll see. So many things change, especially in the first few years of your small business when you're starting out. So I wanted to talk about this idea of your business being a prototype. Not because I have a vast experience. I've only been doing this for 3 years. I'm not putting myself in a place of a teacher. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I just like sharing the journey in hopes that it's an encouragement to someone else out there who's just starting like myself. So this is probably my sixth attempt at trying to create a small business. I've always wanted to be able to do my own thing, do something creative. We're on the sixth revision of this, prototype number 6. I first started out, the first one was in my 20s, I'm now 36. The first one was custom automotive upholstery. Things I liked about it, things I didn't like about it. The second thing I did was architectural rendering. I think that was called JD rendering or something like that. Then I did handyman services. It was called Martinson Company. It had a LLC name, logo. After that, my wife and I tried to get into real estate investing. Name, logo, LLC. That didn't work out. Then I created JDM 3D Solutions. That was a 3D printing and prototyping services that I offered. And while I was on that path, providing services to people. People were getting giving me more requests for laser engraving services. So I bought a laser engraver. As I'm using the thing, I found out I just came up with this product idea for a hose adapter. And then that led to what I currently have, Martinson Manufacturing. I just chose to have a general name this time. Manufacturing is very vague because it's going to change into something else. I don't know what it is. But for the first 5 years, at least from what I've read from other books and heard from other things out there, your business is going to change so many times. You don't even really know if you like it until you actually start. You may think, oh, this is going to be amazing. And then once you start doing it, it's not really what you like. Or what happens a lot is when you start, while you're doing it, you find out, wow, I actually really like this component of it, or you find something that you didn't really know of until you started walking down that path. So you get exposed to so many things as you just start walking down the path. So if you don't know how to start, the easiest way to start is to start. If you are at the base of a mountain and you want to get to the top being maybe your ideal job, and there's 10 different trails going up this thing and you don't have a map telling you which trail goes to the top, the best way to figure out how to get to the top is choose a path and start walking. Worst case scenario, that path will lead you to, or give you a better vantage point to show you what path does lead up top. Or maybe you go back to the trailhead, choose a different name, form a new LLC, jump on another path, and go up. But you're going to get so much better vantage points and views and ideas that you wouldn't have had if you hadn't just started walking along that path to see what happens. So right now I am selling these clear plexiglass window inserts. I've been getting requests for them for the last year, and for the last year I didn't want to do them at all because I'm not set up for them. I had a chintzy little table saw. I'm like, I'm not set up for it. It's not going to be fun. And then I went through a slow season of my current business with the 3D printed parts. And I'm like, you know what? I could use some extra side income. Maybe I'll start taking some of those jobs. And now I'm doing those and I actually kind of like it. And now most of the people ordering them are people who have portable air conditioning units and they want to vent those out the window. And so I'm in a completely different niche and genre now, serving people who have portable air conditioners. I don't know anything about portable air conditioners, but as I walk down this path, I'm going to learn more. And maybe as I'm serving these people, I'll find out another pain point that they have of, hey, air conditioners have this issue, and maybe I'll come up with a 3D printed product idea that I could start selling. So you get exposed to so many different things as you just walk the journey, and it's so impossible to try and know completely what that's going to look like until you start moving towards it. You know, it's impossible for me to know if that woman is going to be my wife until I actually take her out on a date and get to know her. You know, I thought I wanted to be an architect my whole life, and then I went to architecture school, and then by the time my junior year rolled around, I'm like, this sucks. I don't really enjoy this. I think engineering is probably more what I'm interested in. And so none of us, or not many of us, are working a job that we actually went to school for. We change our majors, we change our jobs, but each time we start to kind of narrow down and get closer and closer to what it is that we truly want to do. And we don't even really know ourselves. I don't really fully know if I want to be an architect or not. It just looks cool. And then you get there and you're like, yeah, that kind of sucks. But once you're there, it might lead you to something else that you hadn't have thought of, and wouldn't have had that idea had you not started walking down that path. So I've just been thinking about this idea so much because I'm such a perfectionist. I grab a hold of things with just a white knuckle grip. I'm so resistant to change. It's terrible. If someone knocked on my door right now and said, hey, I want to give you $1 million, but you got to come to the bank and spend the next 4 hours with me filling out paperwork. I'm like, no, like, I'm filming my YouTube video. I have this plan. I'm going to do this afterwards. And then, like, I can't do that. Like, I'd probably take the money, but it's just to kind of show you, like, I'm resistant to change. I don't want to do anything unless it's planned. So I set out like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make these adapters. And then it just changed. And then I go to standardize all my parts, and then I standardize them, and they're the way that I want them, and I have a system behind it. And then I find out my customers want this other feature, this modification to my parts. I'm like, I just standardized it. So it's going to change. And so that kind of releases me to have that prototype mentality, to get more products out the door, and to not spend so much time teasing out every single little detail on a product that a customer probably doesn't even care about or know about. And we may think that this detail of our product is so important, and then when customers get it in their hands, they could care less about it. But you don't know until you actually start putting these products in the hands of customers and getting their feedback. I've been trying to do that a lot lately, is after shipping a product to a customer, to reach out to them, to just get some feedback and just learn, you know, what features do you like, what features are important to you. And those things I can actually major on. Most of the time, I'm majoring on things that they don't care about or aren't important to them. So my engineering brain thinks a lot differently than, I don't know, just the average person or whatever. So yeah, your business is going to change a lot. That's okay. You're still trying to figure out who your customer is, what kind of products or services you want to offer. You're still trying to figure out who you are and what you actually like to do. And you don't really know what exactly you like until you start. And maybe you get in the building, per se, of entrepreneurship and having your own business. And then as you're in there, you're like, you know what? I thought I would like this, but actually this department, like, I actually really want to focus on this. And then you just expand that, and that grows and becomes its own thing. And I've been getting so many requests for these plexiglass inserts that Martinson Manufacturing might turn into Martinson Manufacturing might turn into Martinson Plexiglass or something. I don't know. And then 2 years from now, I'll find something else, and that'll change a little bit. But so for those first 5 years, another stat I heard a lot, it just changes so much because you're still trying to figure things out. Your customers, your customer needs, and even what you want to do and what you enjoy doing. So if you're at the beginning, you don't know how to start, you're here, you're trying to get to the top of that mountain, which is your ideal dream job. You're trying to find your niche. How do you get there? Just start walking, start throwing stuff on the wall, and just see what sticks. You won't be able to tell what sticks until you actually throw something on the wall. So just throw it on the wall, see what happens. If you can't take great product photos, that's okay. Snap a quick photo with your iPhone or Android or whatever. See what happens. A customer might buy. You might get tons of orders from a basic product or really crappy product photos, but you don't know until you try. And it's a prototype, which means you can be okay with the imperfections of your product, and you're going to improve it over time later. Later, it's going to be more of a perfect version. You're going to have a better product and better product photos, but just start. Start imperfectly, but you don't know until you actually just start doing it. So I think I've said the word start like 20 times, so I think you get the point. So these are just my thoughts. Maybe I'm speaking to my younger self, because I get in analysis paralysis so much. I don't even like sharing this because I'm ashamed. I have this product. I'll pop a picture of it on the screen. It's a spice rack. I have these mason jar holders. Then I came up with a spice rack idea. My wife and I have it in our kitchen. We love it. I had a company make it for me. The finished product has been sitting in a box for my basement for 8 months. 8 months. I want to edit that out of the video. I don't even want to share that with you. Why has it been sitting? Why has it not been listed? I haven't even created a product listing. I just finally got around to creating a product listing like 3 weeks ago. And I took crappy photos, in my opinion, they're crappy photos, with my iPhone, and I've already had like 5 sales already. I'm perfectionistic. I want a perfect product photo. I want a perfect, background. I want to have like a nice set. I'm trying to find like maybe what friend has a nice kitchen I can have a nice display and whatnot. And obviously that hasn't happened in the last 8 months, so you just got to snap a picture of what you got. And it might work out. So anyways, I hope something of this was an encouragement to you. It's okay to not fully know what you're doing. Just start. There it is for the 21st time, and you'll figure things out along the way. That's all part of the journey, and I'm there with you. We're figuring it out together. Maybe someday we'll have it figured out, but then it'll probably change, and that's all right. So I love hearing from you guys in the comments. Your encouragements are the reason why I do this. Spoiler alert, I'm a hardcore introvert, and sitting in front of a camera isn't always the most comfortable thing for me. But once in a while someone will say, dude, this was encouragement to me, and I'm like, you know what, I should probably do another video. So you guys are the reason why I keep doing these videos. If you ever want to connect with me on a personal basis, shoot me an email, joe@martinsonmanufacturing.com. Sometimes I'm not good about emails. If I haven't responded to you, shoot me another email. So I wish you the best on your journeys, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.